Hello, I am Centimus Prime, and here I will be putting together the Grid Knights from the modelroid, Grid Knight, and Goldburn model kits. Now, as you can see, right in front of me, I have all of the parts that I'm using to build Grid Knight, as well as the parts for the stand, because I know that I've basically already built this before. I mean, come on, it's pretty much just a recolor. It's pretty much just a recolor of Gridman here. I've basically built this part of the kit before, with some minor changes to Gridman. I mean, this came out before. Technically. Yeah, it came out before. So I'm not even going... So I don't even need the instructions for this, because it's basically just building Gridman again. And just to make things a little more interesting, I'm going to build something else, this little stand from it too, which is also going to be pretty simple. So, with that out of the way, let's get started. We can start with the chest piece. Then we can take a couple of these tiny little pieces. Yeah, remember these round ones with the flat edges? These get plugged in, squared edge facing down. Squared edge facing down and a rounded edge facing up. We take this piece and attach it like this, so that this peg thing is going to stick out like that. What do we do after? Yeah, I think then we attach the back piece over, plugging all these little pegs into all those little holes, with this part facing down this way, like so. Again, pretty simple things. We can then attach this little orange chest piece on like so. Again, this is very much retreading the same territory as the Gridman figure. Then we can attach this thing into there, plug it into there like that. Then take this neck piece, have it so these little this little groove, have it so that little groove is facing back to have that little edge sliding into it, like so. Just plug it in like that. Boom. Now we have that. And that's basically that part done. We can quickly build the lower torso. So we can take this little piece, and then take this gray piece, and then plug into those tiny little holes like so. Have it so we have some nice gray detailings in there. Then we can take trying to remember if Let's not drop anything. Trying to... Okay. We plug this into that hole in the middle, right there. Like that. I thought I would have to like assemble like the pelvis like sandwich in between these parts, but I don't think I have to do that. Instead, what I'm going to do is to take this part, the part with the hole, and push these little round pegs through these holes in here, like so. Now that we take this piece, and that little tab right there is going to be facing up and sliding into this groove right there. Have it like that. Boom. Then we take this part and just plug it in on top of that. We plug it in like these pegs into those holes and basically do that. And now we have that done. Now we'll work on the arms. So we'll take this part with the ball joint. Well, I'm starting with the left arm, by the way. His left, not mine. This side with the ball joint. I'm going to take this part, which the instructions do highlight that this side, that this edge with like this little like panel line detail, that needs to like face towards the shoulder pad, face away from the ball joint, like that. Okay, the instructions do highlight this, as well as highlighting this piece. But right now, let's just plug that in. Notice how this little hole does lean more this way. But for right now, let's take this part, this little like purple shoulder pad piece, and these pegs are going to peg into these holes, like so. Just squeeze that together, and now we have a shoulder. Now we can take this piece. This is going to be like the arm with the little pegs. So what you do here is you push this peg right here into the hole, with this whole thing leaned away, like facing, like the lean on, like notice how this whole thing is leaning this way, and according to the peg. Can you see that? So that lean is going to be facing away from this elbow, like so. Okay. And then we can take this other piece, which is going to have the peg hole for the fist, and just peg it in like this. The instructions do have it so that the part with the wrist hole facing out, as well as these parts with the ball joints facing back. Like these shoulder parts of the ball joints facing back. Like that. Then we can add in a fist of our choice. A hand accessory of our choice. I'm adding a fist. My bad. Now we can work on I guess we could work on the other arm, but right now I'm going to work on the leg. So anyways, we're going to take this thigh piece, this little thigh piece with like these little details and stuff. Then we take this thigh piece with some very different textures to it, like more hexagonal textures to it, like one like that and one like this. Then just squeeze these two parts together like so, and this is going to form his left thigh. Now we take this little black piece and have these pegs, these smaller pegs, close up, yeah, these smaller pegs peg into the two holes at the front of the thigh, like so. And you see that the other two are currently resting right there, which this other piece with the two holes are going to plug into those two ports, creating that part which we're familiar with on the Gridman. They're even in the same color. Now we can work on the legs, the like shins. So here we have a shin part. It's the one with the socket for the foot. And this part is actually going to be facing like in, and this is going to be pushed, it's going to be pushed into the knee hole, into the hole to form the knee. And this part's going to face in away from the side with the black parts on it. It's going to be facing towards the inner thigh. Whereas this piece, which is like this, is going to be facing out towards the black parts. And those are basically just going to get sandwiched together. Then we take this piece, this orange piece, and you can see that there's like slightly different details. This end is going to be facing up towards the knee, like so. Like that. Then we build the foot, which is going to be this part with the ball joint. This is going to be facing in towards the inner thigh. It's going to be facing the side. It's going to be facing the side of the inner thigh. We're going to be grabbing this piece that doesn't have the ball joint, which is going to be facing out towards the outer thigh area. These pieces get clicked together. Then we take that toe piece and then just plug it into this little peg, like so. Then we have a foot. Now we can push this ball joint into the socket, like so. And now we have a Grid Knight leg. Very Halloween colors, by the way. Purple, orange, and black. Very Halloween. Oh yeah, and how could I forget attaching this thigh joint piece. Plugging this port into that hole. I wonder. Nah, I don't want to force it too much. I don't want to break it. I might be able to fully push it in once I connect it to the leg. but we have stuff to build. So let's quickly build the other limbs. And these are going to be identical. Oh, I almost forgot. This left forearm piece, these left forearm pieces are differently sculpted compared to the Gridman one because they don't have the tabs to attach to this primal acceptor piece. And it's nice and smooth. That's what I mean. So there's little things that I can notice like that. But anyways, let's start on the next one. Take this piece, attach it like that, having this side face out like so. Take this shoulder piece and attach it, sandwich that together. Take this orange piece, attach it there. Take this other piece, push that through like so. Take this piece and sandwich that together. Take the fist and just push that in. Very nice. Now we have the other arm built. As you can tell, I'm still messing with the actually, no, I shouldn't do that just yet. Right now, I gotta build the other leg. Take the two thigh pieces, squeeze them together. Take this piece with the pegs, peg the small pegs into the holes, and peg the bigger holes into these holes on this part. And then just squeeze that together. Now we have that done. Let's take this part with the ankle socket and the knee peg, push it in, having it face towards the inner thigh, so like that, and then attaching this like so, snapping that in, taking this the kneecap piece, have this smaller edge, have it like this, so that this end is going to be facing up this way, plugging that hole into this formed peg, push that in. Now we have that. Let's quickly assemble the foot together, assemble the feet, the part with the ankle ball joint is going to be facing the same direction, the inner thigh facing towards the inner thigh, attaching the toe, and having it like that, attached like that. Then just attaching this ball joint into the ankle. Boom. Now we can take this part. Hold on. This part's feeling a little loose. I actually want to see if I did something wrong. Okay, that one fits a lot better than that one. Yeah, I don't want to break them. That would not be good for me. Come on. Can you get off? attach you to the wrong joint. Boom. Okay. Attach that to there. Attach the thigh. Attach the legs. Hopefully without breaking this kit apart. Okay, so I fixed my whole little conundrum with the hips. Cool. Oh, how did I forget to assemble the head? So we take this piece, his face. Gonna take his like forehead and ears, painted part, both painted parts. Attach that hole into that peg on his forehead, or what will be his forehead. Attach that like there, and yes, I believe, yeah, these are both new, differently molded parts than the Gridman. This, I think, is the same part. Could be wrong. No, they look like the same part. So this might be the same part. So anyways, that hole connects to that port. It attaches pretty easily like so. Watch out for these earpieces. These look very thin and very fragile. I would not recommend you like going too hard on the ears. But with that, we can now try to assemble this kit. So this ball joints on the shoulders can connect to the socket joints here, like so. Boom and boom. Attach the bottom half and top half via this part, plugging it in like so. It's nice. Very, very sweet. Very cool. And of course, plugging the head in. That socket goes into that ball joint. Boom. Now we have Grid Knight all assembled and ready to be played with, or something like that. Now that part done, we do have his like alternative hands. Things happen. But anyways. So we have those hands. We can set those aside. Now we can assemble the stand, which is going to be pretty easy. It's just this round disc piece, taking this part, plugging that in. Then we take these two parts, which from what I can tell are pretty much identical. So we can just attach this peg into this hole, making sure that's like this, so that's it, so that this part that is leaning is facing away from this part that you're going to be attaching to, like so. Have it like that, and then attach this part like so. And then attaching this last piece like so. And now we get a little bitty stand. That's neat. And it can like attach to Gridnight if you want. Cool. Very neat. Very fun, even though I've already technically done this part of the build before. Again, as Gridman. But it was still fun to do again. Even if it is a little different this time around. And that'll be it. If you like what I do, please consider to like and subscribe and maybe even comment if you want. And of course I will be posting again sooner or later, but might be sooner than you think.